So in a desperate struggle to try and find out more info about Sonic Rangers, I'm doing the worst thing ever, and I'm looking at leaks. God help me. So, this is a leak from 4 days ago, it says. It's from Reddit, and before I start with this, it's probably fake. I'm not going to lie. I've not actually read the whole thing, but leaks that come out after the thing has already been revealed, Sonic Rangers, why would this not have been said before? We've got all these other leaks that are saying that they play tested the game, blah blah blah, and they saw this and this and this, yet this person only comes out after all those leaks came out. It just seems a bit too convenient. So I'm going to call this one fake 100%. I don't think there's like absolutely mental crazy stuff in here, but let's just read over it. So they say that people are going to call it bullshit, and I'll leave it to you whether you trust me or not. Whenever anyone says that, fake. Absolutely beyond fake. I've seen too many fake leaks that have said, don't believe me if you don't want, as if it like gives them more credibility, when it doesn't. So, yeah. And then he's put a bullet point saying subject to change due to reworking of fresh ideas, which is kind of like a way to save himself if any of this happens to be real. Alright, but let's read over it and see what it says, see if we find anything interesting in here. So he says, I saw recent leaks over on 4chan and some other people saying that they have played a demo of the upcoming Sonic game, so I've decided I want to come forward and talk about it too. Convenient. What was said is indeed true. That being, it is open world and set on an island with no inhabitants. It is a bit like Breath of the Wild. I personally found the little core-up puzzles quite challenging. From what I remember, they are known as spirit challenges, which sounds like something straight from Ori and the Will of the Wisps and Ori and the Blind Forest, and can unlock new things in the new gallery menu. Question: how would the playtester, if this is a playtester from the same people before, why would they have access to an art gallery? I highly doubt that Sonic Team would have wanted to test if the art gallery works. And he says it containing statues of characters related to the plot of the game. There are, of course, robot enemies in this game, but there are also these spiritual creature thingies, sort of like Gaia monsters from Unleashed. Speaking of Unleashed, the gameplay has little to no changes when comparing the two. The movement is a bit less stiff while boosting, and the normal homing attack is now mapped to the X/Y button on consoles. I playtested the game on Xbox and it ran at 90 to 120 FPS. There are a few drops in the forest areas, but apart from that, it's beautiful. They totally stole that from Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild also drops in the really condensed forest areas. So that seems a bit convenient. There's also a lot of motion blur. Wow, what a prediction. And this time it actually looks good, unlike the motion blur in Unleashed. The story is a bit more serious, but a point of concern is that this could be another Shadow? In terms of writing, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they mean Shadow the character, or if they just referring to, I don't know. Shadow as in it's lame compared to the past games. It's in the shadow of the older games. I don't know. But on the bright side, no BBBEs. Sonic's attitude in this game is similar to Boom Sonic. I've already got to call out bullshit right there. Why in the world would they make Sonic? And this is what he was like in Boom. It was like a cynical asshole. Why would they do that for the main games when in the main games they're trying to promote Sonic as this cool and cocky and just caring character? Or at least I think that's what they want to go for, especially with the movie. Why would they suddenly just decide to twist that and make Sonic just an asshole again? But he does take things seriously, resulting in the best Sonic performance from Roger yet. The plot does seem to revolve around a spirit girl, but in the demo they don't go very in depth, so I can't say much about it. So they don't go in depth about this new character, but they'll go in depth on this new gallery menu that have statues relating to the plot of the game for the characters, but he can't say anything about the characters if he has apparently seen the characters through the gallery. So that's all the important stuff out of the way. Now time for some Sonic movie promotional stuff. Yes, before I go any further, I'm only talking about the Sonic movie stuff in-game, so I'm not sure what the physical game comes with, and everything in this segment is subject to change. The Sonic movie boost is back, along with a new Sonic skin with voice lines recorded by Ben Schwartz himself. The movie skin doesn't look bad, and there is actual fur. When you play as him in the final boss, instead of going super, there's nothing, animations, blah blah blah. That sounds like bullshit. I can't say anything considering I'm a playtester and just haven't seen the movie, but time will tell. Game is looking promising, but it could take a wrong turn at any point, so don't get your hopes up. We'll see at E3 what Sega changed. So I guess the leak wasn't really that crazy, but it totally sounds like bullshit. It just looks like someone being like, yeah, don't worry guys, the game isn't bad from what the other people are saying. It was fun, it was really fun. And that it runs at 120 FPS, and there's motion blur, like really small dumb, easy predictions. I mean, I highly doubt the 90 to 120 FPS thing. Incredibly highly doubt if it's an open world Sonic game. I do not believe that at all. And the Boom Sonic thing makes no logical sense. They wouldn't just turn Sonic into this egomaniacal asshole again. I mean, I guess in Team Sonic Racing, he is really shit. I hate Sonic in Team Sonic Racing. But Boom Sonic is like even more cynical, you know? They would never do that. And then them talking about the spirit girl that they can't even give a name for, and the demo doesn't go in depth. So if they started giving names for these things, and they're like, yeah, it will be at E3, and that's when we'll be able to prove if I'm right or wrong. I mean, other leakers do that as well, and they still end up being bullshit. But at least that would maybe give it a tiny bit more credibility. The Sonic movie stuff is the easiest guess in the whole world. They literally just copied what they did for Sonic Colors Ultimate. Except now we have voice lines from Ben Schwartz. Nice. I mean, that wouldn't work. That has to be a bullshit lie. If they're adding voice lines from Ben Schwartz, how the hell is that going to work for transitions to cutscenes? Hey, I'm Ben Schwartz. Go to a cutscene. Oh shit, it's Roger again. So unless they've got Ben Schwartz to voice the entire game, or they want to have two voices at once, then this is fake. Saying that there's actual fur is an easy guess as well, because that could just happen naturally with next generation hardware, you know? Like, that is not a hard prediction. Ratchet and Clank, for example, there's a lot of fur on Ratchet. Also, they're saying the animations, everything didn't play for Super Sonic, for the final boss and playing as Movie Sonic. He says, my guess is the final boss playing as Movie Sonic is locked, and if that was the case, they wouldn't have you testing it. If they knew something wasn't going to be a thing in the game, why would they get playtesters to test it? So, this leak just screams bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. But funnily enough, I saw some articles about it. At least I saw one. I saw one article talking about it. So, I guess I'm pitching this in, and I guess I'm just too desperate. And I imagine we're going to see a lot more supposed leaks surfacing if we don't see the game at E3. So yeah, this just sounds like them trying to defend the game pretty much, even though they haven't played it at all and they're making things up. So yeah, it's not too interesting. So what do you guys make of this leak? Do you think they're going to add Movie Sonic? I mean, I totally buy that they're going to add Movie Sonic stuff. That seems like a no-brainer. They're doing it for Colors Ultimate. They're most definitely going to be doing it for the new game as well. It's the movie. They seem to be latching onto the movie now. So it's not really a guess. So if people go back to this leak, quote-unquote, and be like, oh, look, he predicted Movie Sonic. Anyone could predict Movie Sonic. In fact, Solar City predicted Movie Sonic. And they also said that it would be impacting the franchise going forward. So this guy probably just stole exactly what was on that and shoved it into here to give himself more credibility. But that's everything I've really got to add to this leak. Please reveal the game soon, Sega, so that I don't have to cover these leaks and I can actually just talk about official stuff and get really excited. Please? Please? So with all that said, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, my dudes.